Hello everybody and welcome back to Ask the Empire. Today we have part 6, so let's get right into this. At Charles Botners asks, Ask the Empire. As a starter clone army builder with not a lot of money, what is a good way to get clones on a budget? And if you all have seen my clone army video, you'll know that I have a little bit of experience with getting clone troopers. So let me tell you this, as a starter army builder with not a lot of money, here's what you gotta do. So, I mean, if you do have a lot of money, a great way to do this is through eBay. Look for a clone trooper lot on eBay. Try to get a good price on it. You know, you can get some discount clones for, a collection someone's willing to sell if they really need money. And if it's like a buy it now, you can offer them stuff. And even if offers aren't accepted, you can go to their messages and be like, hey, I'll offer this much for all these clone troopers. And you can try to get a good price because a lot of people are just trying to get stuff sold. So they might actually accept, a lower price. And that could be a great deal for you. But that might take a little bit more capital than what you have. You didn't say an exact amount of money. So better way, if you just want like a few clones for a really good deal, there's two ways here. So go to Whatnot, use a $10 credit, find a seller with some clones, get a decent deal, and then you get $10 off that deal. So you get a really, really good deal on Whatnot, but that only works one time, right? And it's only $10 discount, but it's nice for just some clone minifigures. If you want any current clone trooper sets that have clone minifigures, like the Republic fighter tank for $10, or the 2 Flower First battle packs for $10, the specialist battle packs that is, use the Rakuten, link in the description below. Again, it's another like referral service, so you go to my link, and as soon as you sign up, I get some credit, you get some credit, we both get free stuff. It's a win-win for everybody, and it's awesome if you want some free clone troopers. I've used it for some free clone troopers. It's a pretty overpowered referral service, especially for Rakuten. $30 is huge just for referring someone to the site. So I get $30, you get $30, we both get a $10 fighter tank, and we're doing pretty dang good. Anyway, next up, we have at DJ Bricks 12, Ask the Empire. Do you think LEGO favors Clone Wars rather than the Imperial era? And this is actually a really funny question that I don't think anybody would ask, before this year or before 2022. I don't think anybody would ask this question because we in fact got a lot of original trilogy sets and sequel sets and not as many clone trooper sets as we did in, back in the golden age 2013. So, but I think, it's definitely warped a little bit. There are definitely more clone sets, and LEGO is more open to making clone sets. We've seen this with the Coruscant Police gunship, or the Coruscant LAAT gunship. LEGO would never do this in the past, but they're getting, they're experimenting. They're getting more and more open to these extravagant prequel designs for ships and stuff. So I think they do not favor the Clone Wars. LEGO doesn't favor the Clone Wars, but they're definitely more open to Clone Wars sets nowadays. And I'm all for it. I love the Clone Wars. I also love Imperial era stuff. I love it all. I mean, not the sequels so much, but give us a Chrome Captain Phasma and I'm all for it. Anyway, to answer your question, LEGO's definitely more open, but they're not like biased towards Clone Wars sets right now. I think they're pretty even with what they're releasing, and I think we're in a pretty good spot. So thank you for your question. And then next up we have at YigaCast, Ask the Empire. What LEGO Star Wars character would you want LEGO to make, and do you think that LEGO would make them? So I don't have a specific character, but what I will say is I want more Andor sets, okay? Andor is my favorite, probably my favorite Star Wars media that come out in a while. I mean, it almost tops Revenge of the Sith for me. And that might sound crazy, especially for all you Andor haters. You're probably, angrily sitting in your seats yelling at me. But Revenge of the Sith, it's great. I'm not going to say it's not good. But Andor is just on a whole other level. People said it didn't feel like Star Wars, and that is because it has such good writing. So I would love some Andor sets, some more Andor sets. We got a few nice Andor figures, but we only got one set. We could definitely use some more Andor sets. I don't have a specific figure. Give us any figure from Andor, and I am all for it. Give us a Mon Mothma. Give us those Imperial, like the Imperial Moth on Aldani. That guy with a cape looks sick. I'd love him in LEGO. But yeah, to answer your question, I would love anything from Andor. All right. Thank you for your question. Next up, at Republic Productions asks, Ask the Empire. What would your dream separatist battle pack look like? And this is a funny question. I picked this question because I actually sell my dream separatist battle pack. Or I did before it sold out, but now I have a more budget separatist battle pack, which is my dream battle pack with less steps, basically. So if you didn't know, I sell some custom droid battle packs on my site with updated super battle droids. They're custom pad printed, some official battle droids, and basically you get 4 battle droids and 2 custom pad printed super battle droids that are updated from LEGO's design. You get those 6 figures for only $20, so the same, as an official LEGO battle pack. So definitely a great price if you're looking for a battle pack. And I did offer a kind of upgraded battle pack with a crab droid and a stap, but that is now out of stock. Thank you so much for your question. Next up, we have at Gabalin620 asks, what do you think the next Rebel Starfighter set will be? X-Wing, A-Wing, Y-Wing, etc. So, the next Rebel Starfighter, that is a very interesting question because LEGO in 2020 came out with the X-Wing, and then I believe the Rebel Fighter before that was the A-Wing. It was a Resistance A-Wing, but it's pretty much the same thing, just different color scheme. So I think either the next Starfighter is either an A-Wing or it's going to be a Y-Wing. And I'm a little bit hesitant to say it's a Y-Wing, because LEGO's putting a smaller scale Y-Wing in the Yavin 4 set. So I don't know if that would kind of limit their desire to make a play scale Y-Wing, or if that would increase their desire to make a play scale Y-Wing. So either Y-Wing or A-Wing. I mean, if we got something like a B-Wing or a U-Wing, that would be absolutely amazing. I don't think a U-Wing is very possible unless there's like an Andor Season 2 set with a U-Wing. That'd be insane. But yeah, I don't think a U-Wing is really possible, but a B-Wing is a little bit more possible, in my opinion, because it's not, like, exclusive to Rogue One, pretty much. But a B-Wing and B-Wing, A-Wing, or Y-Wing. Honestly, all pretty even chances, but I think the most likely is definitely going to be an A-Wing or a Y-Wing. I'm not too sure on that. But it's not going to be an X-Wing. All right, thank you very much for your question. I love Rebel Starfighters, so it was a nice question to get. Nice thing to think about here. And then next up, at Windy LS asks, Ask the Empire, do you think LEGO will ever make clone specialty forces, such as the Commandos, Arcs, and Galactic Marines? Now, you guys, I think you guys really want to see this question answered, because this comment got 23 likes and is by far the top comment in the video description, or in the video comment section, and a ton of you replied to this guy as well. So I think, LEGO has made an ARC Trooper and a few different things, but as far as Commandos go, we have a pretty decent chance of getting Commandos, I'd say next year or in the year after that, for Bad Batch Season 2 or Season 3. So there's a decent chance at that. I mean, technically, the Bad Batch themselves are clone Commandos. I didn't know this, but they're categorized as clone Commandos. And then also you said ARC Troopers. So ARC Troopers, we could get some 501st ARC Troopers, like named ARC Troopers, because LEGO probably knows they're decently popular. And if they're coming out with, Captain Vaughn, I'd say an ARC Trooper Jesse isn't completely off the table, because it's Clone Wars Season 7. It's probably the most popular ARC Trooper, right alongside Fives and Echo. And they did make a version of Echo, so I don't think ARC Trooper Echo is next up. I think it's definitely going to be either Fives or Jesse if ARC Troopers are made at all. And then Galactic Marines, I'd say your best bet is 2025, the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith. That is going to be your best bet, because Galactic Marines don't really show up anywhere else in Star Wars media as far as TV shows and movies go. So I definitely think best chance for that, Revenge of the Sith 20th anniversary. But that's not going to be a guaranteed, but I think that definitely would be like on the table, like one of LEGO's options. They have a few options for different clone legions to make, for Revenge of the Sith, and they got 327th. They got Kashyyyk clones. And I think somewhere near the bottom of that list, they have Galactic Marines. Probably not the top of the priorities, but I think it's definitely there. And that is going to be the final question for today's video. Thank you all for your questions. And if you have any more questions, or your question was not answered in today's video, make sure to leave it in the comments below. And thank you all for watching to the end of the video. Leave a like if you did enjoy. And again, comment down below with any questions you have. And I will see you all in the next video. Have an amazing day. Peace out.